Every baby is born with a story still unwritten. But what if, hidden in a single drop of blood, there was a clue, one that could hint at how their brain might grow, learn, or connect with the world? We've long known vitamin D helps us build bones and fight infections. But now, scientists are discovering something else. Vitamin D might help shape how our brains are wired before we even take our first breath. Could a lack of sunlight early in life really tilt the odds toward autism? In a landmark study led by Professor John McGrath, researchers analyzed newborn blood samples from over 70,000 people born in Denmark between 1981 and 2005. They measured vitamin D levels, then tracked those children for more than a decade, and they found something that stopped them cold. Children with the lowest vitamin D levels at birth were significantly more likely to be diagnosed with autism. In fact, other research shows that vitamin D deficiency during pregnancy is linked to a 44% increased risk of autism in children. We're talking about low vitamin D during early brain development, Professor McGrath said. The baby can't make its own vitamin D. All the vitamin D that we measure from the baby as a newborn has come from the mother. Is this a warning sign we've been missing all along? Vitamin D isn't just a vitamin. It's more like a hormone. It turns on and off genes that control how the brain forms connections. It supports neurons like sunlight, helps a tree grow. It even regulates inflammation and how messages are passed from cell to cell. Imagine trying to build a city without blueprints or traffic lights. That's what brain development looks like without enough vitamin D. What happens if one tiny ingredient, needed at just the right time, is missing? This doesn't mean vitamin D causes autism. It doesn't mean autism is a result of something going wrong. Autism isn't broken. It's a brain that works differently, often wonderfully. The study shows correlation, not blame. It gives us a better understanding of how the brain grows. What this research does show is that early brain development is sensitive, and nutrients like vitamin D in the prenatal stage and early life may quietly shape that journey. Getting enough doesn't just help bones, it may support better outcomes across attention, mood, and cognition. And it's simple. Safe sun exposure, diet, or supplements under a doctor's guidance if something so small can support developing minds. Why wouldn't we want to pay attention? It's also vital we don't misuse science to marginalize autistic people. Some headlines paint this as a problem to prevent. But autistic voices remind us, this is not about erasing neurodivergence. It's about supporting all brains, in all forms. So what if the goal isn't prevention, but inclusion, understanding, and support? This study is one piece of a massive puzzle, the biology of human minds. It won't give us all the answers, but it helps us ask better questions. How do we care for expectant parents? How do we support children's development without forcing them to be someone they're not? So yes, vitamin D might matter more than we thought, but what matters most? That every brain, every difference, and every child is met with curiosity, not fear. Subscribe for more thoughtful, respectful content on autism and the brain.